JWalter, Jason here. Hope you're having an awesome day. In today's housing market update, I'm going to be sharing a new report from Redfin. In this report, they state that the number of home buyers willing to pay these high mortgage rates is going to evaporate by late summer. In addition to this, the share of home sellers reducing their asking prices is at its highest level since November of 2021. So I'm going to be going over all the latest stats with you guys so you can make a more informed decision about whether you should buy or sell a house. And make sure you're subscribed, and also please hit the like button. I greatly appreciate that. Also, check out that link below if you're looking for a real estate agent referral in your neck of the woods. That's homeandmoney.com/Jason. So with that said, let's go ahead and dive right into the video. This is a new report from Redfin, actually just published on April 28th. So it says here, the typical home buyer's monthly payment shot up 39%, the largest year-over-year gain on record. And this data goes back to 2015, by the way. So Redfin's chief economist, Daryl Fairweather, had this to say: rising mortgage rates are taking a bite out of pending home sales as both buyers and sellers take a step back from the turbulent market. It seems as though the ratio of buyers to sellers remains mostly the same, which is why we have yet to see a substantial drop in bidding wars. So on average, home sellers are getting multiple offers on their houses, even though we're starting to see some signs that the housing market is cooling down. She goes on to say here that the number of home buyers willing to pay such high mortgage payments could evaporate by late summer. I'll definitely keep you posted regarding that, but I want to touch more about what she says regarding a decrease in pending home sales as home buyers and home sellers are back out of this market. But since we have this imbalance between sellers and buyers, we have more home buyers still than home sellers. We're still seeing multiple offers on properties on average. So let me take a deep dive into what we're currently seeing regarding current listings right now, because this is a leading indicator of our housing market rather than looking at home sold prices, which is a lagging indicator what our housing market was 1 to 2 months ago. So let's first talk about pending home sales. Again, a pending home sale is when a home seller accepts an offer from a home buyer. That becomes a pending home sale. And then approximately 30 days later, the sale is finalized and becomes a closed sale. So let's have a look at 2022. So the most recent data we have, according to Redfin, for the 4 weeks ending April 24th, 2022. So this black line here is for 2022. The blue line here, or green, blue, whatever it is 2019. The orange line here is for 2021. So right now, the most recent stats we have right now is a number of pending home sales in the US is down 2.97% compared to 1 year ago. As you can see here, 2021 to 2022, basically the number of pending home sales has been in line with each other. They've been moving in the same direction. And also, we're still seeing more pending home sales compared to 2019, which of course was pre-COVID, right? So as of April 24th, we had approximately 70,000 pending home sales in the US. Compared to that to 2019, we had 54,000. So we have more pending home sales now compared to pre-COVID, yet we're still seeing some signs that our housing market is cooling down. So I'll share some more stats regarding that. But as you look here, ever since really, I would say, last couple of weeks here, the number of pending home sales has been decreasing a little bit. So we'll have to see what this number does in the weeks to come. I'll definitely keep you posted regarding that, because if the number of pending home sales starts to decrease and housing inventory increases as well, that would give home buyers more options of houses to buy. And also it should decrease the number of bidding wars as well. However, I'll definitely keep you posted regarding that, because we're not currently seeing a whole lot of changes regarding that right now. So that was pending home sales. Let's talk about new listings. So if you want to get an indication about what our housing market is right now, it's a really good idea to see what new listings are doing right now, because if sellers are dropping their asking prices or new listings are sitting in the market longer than normal, that would be an indication that home buying demand is decreasing. So new listings, let's have a look at that, because if we want to have some more normalcy in our housing market, which is we needed that so long ago, well, we definitely need a more of a balanced real estate market between home sellers and home buyers. So we want to see that. If we want to see home prices decrease, if you guys are looking to buy a house, obviously you want to see home prices decrease. If you want to have some normalcy in our housing market, we need a lot more new listings to hit the market in order to balance out this housing market here. However, right now, we're not seeing a big increase in the number of new listings though, because right now we're down 3.9% in the number of new listings compared to 2021 at this time last year. So right now, the number of new listings is actually down compared to 2021 and also down compared to 2019 as well. So we need this number to increase greatly if we want to have some normalcy in this housing market here. And because we're not seeing a big increase in the number of new listings, housing inventory or the supply of houses for sale has not been increasing greatly either. So another key metric that I'm personally following, that also Redfin is following as well, is the number of active listings that have price reductions. In other words, a home seller, it lists their house for sale, they're asking too much for their house, therefore they have to reduce their asking price in order to attract a home buyer. That's a price drop or a price reduction. As realtors say, a price adjustment, not a price drop. In any case, according to Redfin, the number of price drops or the share of price drops is at 3.4% right now. So according to Redfin, approximately 3.4% have reduced their asking prices in order to attract a home buyer. Granted, that's a very small number, but we started the year at approximately 2%. And they more or less have been increasing this year. So right now we're at 3.4%, and that's the highest share we've seen since basically November of 2021. And the trajectory here is going upward here. Compared to that to 2021, during this time of year, we were flat, where the price reductions were approximately 2%. But this year, in my opinion, because we're having an increase or a big increase in mortgage rates, that causes the number of price drops to increase. So we'll have to see this trend continues because this is something definitely to follow if we want to get an indication or some signals about our housing market right now. All right, so going back to this report from Redfin, let's talk about some more leading indicators of our housing market right now to give some indication about where our housing market is headed. So right now, fewer people are searching for homes for sale on Google. So if you go to Google Trends, you can basically search any search term. So if you search for homes for sale, you can change this to the United States and change the date range here. Anyways, this is basically the number of home searches for homes for sale on Google.com over the past year. So as you can see here, I'm back in 1 year ago, the interest over time was basically at 99. And by the way, according to Google Trends, the highest levels is 100 on the scale here. So basically, compared to 1 year ago, we're approximately 99 on their scale here. But now for the week ending April 30th, we're at 93. So a small difference there in the number of searches for homes for sale, but we're still at levels less than 1 year ago. In addition to this, Redfin has what's called the Home Buyer Demand Index. This is a measure of requests of home tours and other home buying services from Redfin agents. So basically, home buyers reach out to Redfin to request a home tour or other home buying services, and they have an index for that. So according to them, it's actually flat compared to 1 year ago, but it has dropped 8% in the past 4 weeks compared to a 3% decrease from the same time period 1 year ago. So in other words, if this demand index decreases further, that would be a sign that home buying demand may be decreasing because fewer people are reaching out to Redfin for home tours. And speaking of home tours, we're also seeing a reduction in the number of home showings compared to 1 year ago. So as you guys all know, I report this to you guys basically on a weekly basis. This is according to showingtime.com. Showing Time is a service that real estate agents or some real estate agents use in order to schedule home showings with their home buyers. And they have some data to share regarding the total number of home showings in North America, which can give us some indication regarding home buying demand, right? So if the number of home showings decreases, this could be a sign that home buying demand is decreasing as well. But let me share how this year compares to last year. So the most recent data we have from Showing Time is through May 2nd, 2022. So they basically look at the number of home showings compared to the first week of the year. So for 2022, this year obviously, which is the orange line there, we have an increase of 18.5% in the number of home showings compared to the first week of 2022. When you compare that to 2021, that line there above there, at this time last year, compared to the first week in 2021, we have an increase of 43.1%. So last year, we had a 43% increase in the number of home showings compared to the first week of the year, and now it's only 18.5%. So we're seeing fewer home showings in the US or in North America compared to 2021. On top of this, we're seeing fewer home buyers submitting loan applications for home purchases. And the Mortgage Bankers Association, or the MBA, actually tracks these numbers on a weekly basis, and I report this to you guys. But Redfin is also mentioning this as well because according to the MBA, or the Mortgage Bankers Association, the number of purchase applications is actually down 17% compared to 1 year ago. So what this basically means is that the number of home buyers submitting applications in order to get a loan to purchase a house has decreased by 17% compared to a year ago, and that could be a sign that home buying demand is also decreasing as well. On top of this, mortgage rates have been increasing greatly as well. For the week ending April 28th, the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage hovered at 5.1%. This is according to Freddie Mac. They actually released averages for mortgage rates on a weekly basis, and for whatever reason, they're saying that the average right now, as of the 28th, is 5.1%. However, when you go to the Mortgage News Daily, which is, in my opinion, I like this website better because they give average rates on a daily basis for people with exceptional credit. They share the averages across the nation here, not on weekly basis like Freddie Mac and the MBA. Any case right now, as of today, which is the 3rd of May, the average 30-year fixed rate mortgage is 5.54%. Look at the difference here. The lowest over the past 52 weeks was actually 2.78. So we went from 2.78%, which was basically in August of last year, to 5.54%. So comment below with your biggest takeaways from today's video. Also, check out that link below if you want a real estate agent referral in your neck of the woods. Hope you have an awesome day, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video.